Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Wrong key. You play your key. You sing, you sing. Jaya Radha Madhava. You were singing so good and I interrupted.
I don't think so good. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari.
Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari.
Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janarajana. Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janarajana. Yamuna Dira Vanachari. Yamuna Dira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavedanta. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda Ji Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Radha Gokulananda ki jai, Shri Sankirtan Harinam ki jai. Hare Krishna and good morning everyone. Hare Krishna. Nice to see you all. This is a special, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. This is a special event in the Haveli. We're giving class, and there will be 3 devotees who today are going to make their profession of vows, we would say in the West. Going to take a promise before each of you. And what they request is your blessings, your Ashirwad. If you're from India, Koti Koti Ashirwad. You hold your right hand and you just give blessing like this. Ashirwad, Ashirwad. Let's practice. That's it. And with our devotee circles we say, Om Mangalani Bhavantu. Means may all good fortune come to you. All good fortune come to you. So, this year we are celebrating, what are we celebrating this year? Last year it was 50 years of Bhaktivedanta Manor, where we gave thanks for the manor being here. This year I'm also celebrating 50 years of my thanks to the manor for coming here for the first time. We're celebrating also this year 80 years since D-Day, very important thing for our British contingent, fighting against the forces of tyranny so that we could have the religious freedoms that we now take for granted. As devotees, we should never take for granted living in a country that has a certain level of religious freedom. And if we see that religious freedom being impinged upon, we must speak out, because it is such a precious thing. We're also celebrating 80 years since the creation of what? The Back to Godhead magazine. Back to Godhead magazine, founded by Srila Prabhupada in 1944. He went door to door, house to house, and person to person in a very hot Delhi, very hot, smelly Delhi, smoky Delhi, to distribute the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Perhaps most important of all, we are celebrating 150 years of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada's Guru. 150 years on January the 6th, 1874, His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was born, and he created the wonderful institution, the Gaudiya Mission, Gaudiya Math, which Srila Prabhupada faithfully, in one sense, recreated as ISKCON in the West. So we're all beneficiaries of that. And what is Srila Prabhupada's mission? Nothing more than his Guru's mission. This is a faithful disciple. It means you carry out the mission of your Guru. Whatever it was that your Guru wanted to achieve, you try to achieve that in your life. Srila Prabhupada did that. By the time he passed away in 1977, there was 5 temples in India and 103 temples around the world. Now we look at India, we see 372 temples, beautiful, gorgeous creations, and we see hundreds, if not thousands, of home groups. Call them what you like, Bhakti Vriksha, Namahata, Sanghas. Everybody's got a different name. The name is not important, but the holy name that is chanted, that's important. Thousands of years ago, someone named Karabhajana Muni, he spoke to King Nimi, and he said, Krishna Varanam Tusha Krishna, Sango Pangastra Parshadam, Yagyai Sankirtana Prayaya, Yajantihi Sumedasha. Yes. That in the future, when things get difficult, when there is turbulence in the universal order, the idea is that this world is a peaceful flight back to Godhead. It may take a few lifetimes, but going back to Krishna is a sure thing if you follow everything that Krishna has instructed. But in Kali Yuga there's some turbulence. So as we know, turbulence has to be counteracted by strapping in, putting a safety belt on. Okay? That's how we deal with turbulence. So he said there may be turbulence in the future. He said in that case, when things become inauspicious, the holy name of Krishna is the incarnation of Krishna for that particular age. Who will take this up? Who will take up the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Only intelligent people. Sumedasa, intelligent people. And later on, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, Prithivichyata yattanagaradi gram sarvatra pachara hoive moranam. That this name, which he says is my name, will be sung in every town and village. Just this week, just past week, my wife and I, Guru Chanapadma, we were in Bath, Blagden and Somerset. We had people from Weston-super-Mare, from Wales. And a couple of days ago I was in Hastings on the south coast. I was in Worthing and also in a place called Brighton. And I can tell you that in all these places the holy name is being chanted. So we only have 95 major cities to go, and we will have achieved something. And Srila Prabhupada here, many years ago when we were asked to come to see him, they said, Prabhupada is giving a Sankirtan class in his room. He's giving a talk. And Prabhupada looked at each of us and he said, thank you very much for helping me spread this movement. So this is the mission, Prabhupada's mission. And we're all part of that mission. We're not only part of the mission of Srila Prabhupada, we're part of the mission of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who wanted that the teachings of Krishna be made available in the English language. We're not only part of that, we're part of the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Imagine that. We're not only part of that, but we're part of the prophecy of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Srimad Bhagavatam is coming true before our very eyes in places like Ashby de la Zouche, Scunthorpe, Grimsby, and Hull. Leeds, even Leeds. The chanting of Hare Krishna is there. So what is it about the chanting of Hare Krishna? What is it that makes it so catchy, so popular? It's more catchy than the cold tutor. More catchy. Why is it more catchy? Because it is transcendental. This sound is spiritual. Proof of the pudding is that no one has to be forced to chant. Well, occasionally we have to force our mind to chant, but that's a different thing. No one has to be paid to chant. They do it voluntarily. And no one has to be paid to do it repeatedly. Usually if you come to an event, to watch a movie, okay, it's a good movie, go to the cinema, someone has told you this is a good movie, you go once, you watch the film and you say, that was very good. Then your friend says, do you want to go again? And you go, well, maybe, but not this week, maybe next week. Then if your friend comes to you again and says, I've already seen it 5 times, do you want to come with? I'm going to see it for a 6th time, do you want to come? You'd look at your friend and you think, right, he needs help. But if someone says to you, I sang the Hare Krishna mantra the other night, or someone says, I've been singing the Hare Krishna mantra for 20 years, for, in my case, 50 years, It's not that you need help. In that condition, you give help to others because it is so. Rupa Goswami, a great medieval saint, he said that when I hear the singing of the Hare Krishna mantra, I feel as if I want 1,000 tongues to sing, and 10,000 ears to listen, because I feel that God himself has come through my hearing into my heart and is dancing in my heart. This is Rupa Goswami. And Prabhupada comments, he said, we may not always feel like that. We may not always feel like that. But the purification process enables us to taste the mantra as it is meant to be. So when Prabhupada, as you know, was living in Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan, and he saw a magazine. It's a famous photographic magazine in America. Yadabar will know this one. It's called Time Magazine, or Time Life. Two magazines, wasn't it? Time. So Prabhupada saw a picture of skyscrapers. This is in 1962, 1963. Saw a picture of skyscrapers being built in America. And it was being reported that every time a skyscraper is built, at least one person, perhaps two, lose their life from falling because they're so high up. Prabhupada read this and he thought, what a great tragedy. His heart was filled with compassion. He said, they're building a big civilization, building buildings that can go to the sky, but then they're falling off and losing their life. So he determined that he would follow his Guru Maharaj's request and come to the English-speaking part of the world. This is the mission. When Prabhupada was in America, the movement was very successful in New York and Los Angeles and Montreal. Another place was Boston. Boston was so successful that it had a Harinam party that was going out daily. This is where they're singing and dancing on the streets in a blaze of yellow robes and ecstatic white smiles. And they said they bought a bus, a single-decker bus. It's very good when you have a big amount of devotees to transport. So they wanted Srila Prabhupada to be the first person to go on this bus. So they arranged a chair for him to sit in. It's something that wouldn't fall over. And he sat on the bus. He said, okay, let us go. And they said, where should we go, Prabhupada? He said, go down this road and turn right. I said, where's Prabhupada taking us? He doesn't know Boston. Turn right. Now turn left. Now take the third on the right. Now go fourth on the left. So where is Prabhupada taking us? We know Boston. We should be taking him somewhere. Prabhupada took them to the docks. And he said, okay, stop. They stopped the bus. He said, this sign. And he pointed to a sign that was from a paint manufacturing company, or no, a metal company. And it said, unalloyed steel. He said, I saw this sign from Boston Commonwealth Pier when I first came to this country. And I took that to be a good sign, unalloyed. He said, to be a devotee of Krishna, you must have an unalloyed heart, no other distractions. When a telephone rings and a point is made, that means confirmation. Thank you, Dad. On another occasion, Prabhupada was telling his disciples what it meant to create a movement to spread the teachings of Krishna all over the world. He said, when I was young, the biggest thing in my life was the Indian railways. He would go to the biggest thing in India was the Indian railways. In fact, the Indian railways was such a big organization and such an efficiently run organization that we even gain our top title of organization in our own organization called ISKCON. The top level of organization in the Indian Railways was called the Governing Body Commission. So the GBC. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, when he said that, yes, that's top level organization. We shall call our disciples the GBC. So Prabhupada said, it takes a lot to run this movement. He said, just when I was a boy, there was a big sign, and it had a big train. And there was one man, he was tapping the wheels to make sure they're okay. Another man was oiling. Another man was putting wood for the steam, or coal for the steam. Another man was, feeding the fire, and another man was taking the tickets. And it says that it took a lot to keep India's railways running. This is underneath it says, it takes many people to just keep the wheels turning. To just keep the wheels turning. So in a movement such as ours, it takes many devotees to keep the wheels turning. For every upfront person doing something, there's 10 behind who are doing something. When I was a young man, I was a very, passionate young man, 21, 22. I was dressed in bright orange because, you see, boys, the brighter your orange is, the more committed you are to celibacy. That's how it works. Even if I had a toothbrush that wasn't orange, I would reject it like this. Socks that weren't orange, get out of my life. So, needless to say, I was distributing books. Two things seem to go together. And of course, Prabhupada had said that neophytes, they stay in the temple and they ring bells, but the advanced devotees go out to distribute books. So I thought, right, I'm advanced. Nothing like youth for giving us pride. So I went around the temple, this was the London temple, and I said to all the pujaris, those who were doing altar service, I said, you do realize that this is a secondary service that you're doing. A premium service is that you distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. And of course there's always extra emphasis when you say books, because you know that you're saying something, books, Srila Prabhupada's books. So we went and we had a campaign, myself and another devotee called Sarvasagra. And the temple president didn't know about it, but we went around and we got everybody out on Sankirtan. I thought we were doing a great service. Only the head pujari, she wrote to Srila Prabhupada and complained. On the next visit, Prabhupada said, so every service to Krishna is equal. He said, in the material world, the man who sits behind the desk in the office, the chairman of the board, he is supposed to be superior. And the woman that comes in and cleans the office, she is supposed to be inferior. But in the spiritual world, this does not apply. In the spiritual world, everyone is equal because everyone is rendering service to Krishna. So there's no categorization. So once you become a devotee of Krishna, whatever it is that you do is on an equal standing to what anyone else is doing. So he said that, just like if there's an ant, sometimes we get these garlands, these flower garlands beautifully made. They're given to Krishna, and then we get given them during a class like today. So Prabhupada said one time, if the garland is on Krishna, both the person who made the flower garland and the ant who's on the flower crawling, and he falls off the flower garland and he falls onto Krishna's feet, and he kisses Krishna's feet, he said, that ant is equal to the devotee who made the flower garland, because they're both serving Krishna. I thought that was nice. So today we have an initiation ceremony. Initiation means the beginning, comes from the Latin initiare, which means to make a beginning. Only in this case we have 3 devotees who are not exactly at the beginning. We have devotees who have been practicing Krishna consciousness by regularly, faithfully following the rules and chanting Hare Krishna and doing everything that they are meant to do for what? Suzanne, 5 years? 3 years, okay. You're the junior. Junior, senior, no difference. Junior, 3 years, but with super enthusiasm. And then Shen, 8 years. Met the devotees 8 years ago. Good Lord. And, my word, Marianne, how many years ago? 30. I think I must have known you for 28 years. As Srila Prabhupada said, this is a gradual process. If you've got 28 years of your life left, which I hope you all do, then begin Krishna consciousness at the beginning and keep going with enthusiasm. And in 28 years, great things may happen. If, however, you're a little old in years, say 35 or 40, then get moving. It gets harder as you get older. So, an initiation ceremony means that the candidates will be promising to recite the Hare Krishna mantra every day for the rest of their life. Now, the Hare Krishna mantra is only 3 words, which makes it sound very easy. It's the everyday of your life part that's not perhaps so easy. And this is why, although this is a small vow in one sense, I'm not giving them a secret mantra. They already know it. I'm not giving them any surprises. I've told all 3 of them, there will be no surprises on the day after initiation. You see, if you're Indian, you know these things. If you're British, you know, you're always looking at the guru thinking, when does he turn into a cult leader? But I've promised them there will be no hidden surprises the day after. We're both taking risks. We're all taking risks. They're taking a risk becoming initiated by me, that's for sure. They do not know my future. But if you judge my future on the past, then 50 years it's a good run-up. Before I became a devotee, I was a long-distance runner. Now, looking at me now, you definitely wouldn't think that. But I used to run for the county, and I used to run 7 miles, 8 miles. And the technique is that you reach a point and you know how to pace yourself. So in spiritual life, you should know how to pace yourself. Pacing yourself means never give up. Never give up, just keep going. You will have a stitch in your ribs. Your mouth will be dry. You will not perhaps know where the finishing line is coming, but you keep going. So in this way, we, with enthusiasm and determination, Prabhupada says these things are required. When Prabhupada was going back to India after visiting, he was in Tokyo, he said, I do not know whether I will return. His health was not good. He said, I do not know whether I will return, but keep doing these things. And Prabhupada says as follows. Let me read what Prabhupada said to his disciples, because it's like a sutra of how to keep going in Krishna consciousness. Many things I could say. Anyway, I knew it was somewhere. But he said, keep going with determination, patience, always keeping the association of devotees, and keep following these principles, these supportive principles, like that. He described spiritual life as one of which there may be ups and downs, but we keep on going. We keep on going with determination and perseverance. These regulated principles, they are somewhat classical in the sense, when I was a young man, I grew up in Cornwall, and I was raised as a Methodist. A Methodist meant no drinking. So when I came to Krishna consciousness, they said no drinking. I said okay. And then they said no garlic, And this was my reply. I said, "What's garlic?" At that time, in Cornwall at least, now everywhere you go, we have to, we have to defend ourselves against garlic. Garlic everywhere, in everything, isn't it? Many years ago, they hadn't discovered it. It was something for the French. Let the French smell, but we British will not smell like that. So these ways, you know the different. So when I call you up in a short while, and you recite the things that you're not going to do, and the things that you are going to do, and I ask you, will you do these every day for your life? Don't say, "I'll try." "I'll try" means that you've already made your mind up that you won't. Sankalpa means that you must be very determined. Yeah. So these are supportive principles, just like a man is in hospital. The doctor tells him things that he should do, take this medicine, and he tells him things that you should not do. "No more smoking for you, Mr. Brown. No more smoking, it's bad for your lungs. You have lung cancer," says the doctor. "You have lung cancer. No more smoking. No more drinking." These are good health principles. "And take this medicine." So the Hare Krishna mantra is the medicine that brings us back to spiritual health, and the regulated principles of the diet that makes the medicine work. That's all. Prabhupada said, if you do these things, you'll be civilized, clean, pure human being. But Prabhupada also said that there's 10 ways that you can really enhance your spiritual life, and 10 ways that you can really destroy it. 10 things. And top of the pops, number 1 is Vaishnav Ninda. Do not criticize other devotees of Krishna. Why? Because you never know how dear they are to Krishna. As we saw in the story, Srimad Bhagavatam takes a whole chapter to discuss the story of King Ajamil, who not only insulted but tried to physically injure a Vaishnava. And for this he was chased through the whole universe by a fiery disc weapon of Vishnu. And he was terrified, because although he was, did I say his name? Durvasa Muni. Because he was, even though he was such a powerful incarnation of a portion of Lord Shiva, he was very powerful. And yet, he couldn't protect himself from the energy of Vishnu. So he went to Lord Brahma, begged for help. Brahma said, I can't help you. He went to Shiva, begged for help, said, I can't help you. He went to Vishnu, whose disc it was. He said, I can't help you. He said, what do you mean? You're Vishnu. It's your weapon. It's chased me all the way here. How is it that you can't help me? He said, because higher than me is those who are dear to me, the Vaishnavas. So you go and beg forgiveness. So he begged forgiveness from the Vaishnava. And immediately his problems were over. This is the power of the Vaishnava, Sat Kripa. So we're all here today because someone first spoke to us about Krishna. Someone first spoke to us. And others will come in the future because you spoke to them. So initiation also means another regulated principle. I will talk to other people. I will not be shy. Okay? Time for shyness is over. I will be courageous. I will share my faith with others. Good. So, without further ado, I would like to ask for those who have elected to say something nice about our candidates to come forward. There's a microphone here. I know that we have many people, and for Shen, if you're here for Shen, give me a wave. Okay, fantastic. Ramana Shinga, thank you. Wonderful, thank you very much. Front row seat. Come all the way from Glastonbury. Okay, wonderful. And here for Suzanne. Give me a little wave. Suzanne's family. Give her a cheer. That's it. Hooray. Last time I saw all of you on the second row was at Suzanne's wedding to Adam. Adam, I noticed that you didn't put your hand up. You're also for Suzanne. That's it. Husband is a very important cheerleader in the life of a devotee. And for Marianne, oh, look at this. Marianne, you brought your own crowd with you. Rent a crowd. Well, it's amazing how many people you pick up on the way. So I know all three of them have they performed wonderful service. We do talk a lot about mantras, and we talk a lot about tantras, and we talk a lot about yantras, and we talk a lot about reading. But ultimately, it's all to bring us to the platform of performing or developing a service attitude. There's only two things in existence. One is me, 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 me. I'm the center of the universe. And the other is you. You, the other, is the center, and I am the servant of that principle. So, we're going to have something's going to be said. Talk amongst yourselves. Do we get to talk on behalf of each other? Where are they? Yes, okay. Yeah. Yes. So first of all, before we come to the candidates, we should talk about the process of initiation. Initiation is it's a long and winding road, isn't it? And we have an initiation committee here at Bhaktivedanta Manor, which is the last chance saloon for all of our candidates. You have to be interviewed, processed, rubber stamped, photographed, thumbprint. Ever been in trouble with the law before? You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. That's the committee. Luckily, we have with us today the head of the committee, the head of the initiation committee. That is His Grace Mukunda Hari Prabhu, who on behalf of the temple president, Vishaka Devidasi, will be speaking to us a little about the system of initiation and offering his blessings to the candidates. Thank you, Mohanda. Give him a round of applause. In order for me to be sitting here, it's just, you've got to understand how important he is. In order for me to be sitting here today and the candidates to be sitting here, we all have to go through Mukunda Hari.
Hare Krishna. So yes, as Kripamoya Babu said, I'm part of the initiation committee here at the Bhaktivedanta Manor. The Manor sometimes has the reputation of being one of the toughest places to get initiated from. But I promise you, the system that we have in place is actually more or less created and supported by Kripamoya Babu, part of his team. He is the author of our manual, a co-author. So everything we're doing is according to the instructions of the superiors. I dare say that people who find it difficult are people who have probably found it a bit difficult to follow things leading up to the initiation. That creates some issues and bad feelings. But I promise you that the committee is here to facilitate everyone's initiation. We're not here to block anybody or make things difficult for anybody. That's the first thing. I'd like to congratulate the 3 candidates who've taken this wonderful step now, today, to take their life further, the spiritual life. We must never underestimate our good fortune to be connected to this wonderful process. There are so many different processes, spiritual processes even, which one may take. But it is said by Lord Krishna himself in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanvan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Su Durlabha. Very rare. So they say after many births and deaths, one comes to surrender to Krishna and to realize that Krishna is all in all. So we have, by the grace of devotees, senior devotees who have guided us, we come to this process, we come to realize that this is the highest, the finest process, the easiest process in the age of Kali that we can take to. So congratulations to the devotees who have come and taken this step. And I'd just like to say that on behalf of the management, because normally Vishaka Mataji would come and speak here, but she's not here. So on behalf of the committee as well as the management, once again, congratulations. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we have some devotees who've been instrumental in taking these devotees forward. So we'd like them to come and speak about them one by one. So first of all, to speak on behalf of Suzanne, we can have Kishori.
Hare Krishna, everyone. It's nice to be here. So, Suzanne, I think we were trying to figure it out. I think it was 2021 at Janmashtami. I met her in the queue, and then I met her again in the bathroom, and then she hasn't left me alone since then. And Suzanne is one of those people, she's actually got the softest heart that I've ever witnessed. She is an amazing example. She's an amazing example of her enthusiasm for Krishna consciousness is contagious. I can't look at her. She, whenever she sees devotees, she becomes so happy. And that's such a genuine quality. Whenever she sees, I remember where she worked, she saw some people with neck beads, and she's like, oh my gosh, there's devotees here, I can't believe it. Suzanne has been coming to the manor regularly now for, is it 3 or 4 years? Been coming regularly, been coming to the programs, and then she very quickly, her and her husband Adam, who is also just such an amazing man who supports her so much on so many levels. So she's been coming, and then quite quickly both of them just started helping out hugely, like helping setting up the chairs, putting the chairs away, helping get the prasadam, serve the prasadam, helping to welcome guests and making other people feel so comfortable. Suzanne is also a cowherd girl, so she absolutely loves animals and has loved animals since you were little, I would imagine, has always loved animals, has so much compassion, and she serves every Sunday here at the Goshala, tending to the cows. And she's a very special woman. I feel extremely blessed to know you, Suzanne, and your family that are here supporting you. You're a huge role model and example for me. And it says that it takes like gallons of blood. What is it? Blood, Kripamoya Prabhu, and tears, and all these kind of things to have someone come to devotional service. With Suzanne, it just kind of, she just felt very easy. It just came so natural to Suzanne, and I'm so excited to see how you continue to blossom and grow in your bhakti, and how you're going to be sharing that with others and serving your spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada and our parampara. So, yeah, do we say Haribol or a round of applause? I don't know. Let's give Suzanne a round of applause. She's really special. Yeah.
Thank you. Is somebody speaking on behalf of Marianne? Who is it, Mataji? Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you so much, Marianne, for inviting me to speak something for you today. When I think Prabhuji just announced that some of us who've been supportive and instrumental in these candidates getting initiated today have to come up and speak. I felt it's completely the other way around in Marianne's case, because Marianne, in fact, has been instrumental for many of us getting initiated and progressing in our Krishna consciousness in Cambridge. So, as Marianne said at the beginning, you've been in Krishna consciousness for over 30 years, and I have known Marianne for over 18 out of those. When Marianne asked me to speak here today, I was really honored. So thank you so much, Marianne, for letting me do that. So a few things about Marianne out of the endless list of qualities, as His Grace Kripamoya Prabhu was just sharing with us all, that the few important qualities for Krishna consciousness or progressing in Krishna consciousness are enthusiasm, determination, and perseverance. And Marianne definitely represents all of those. What really inspires me about Marianne, and has done over many, many years, and me and my husband Sarveshwar Nitai Prabhu are both here today, and we both always talk about these qualities of Marianne, is her very calm nature. So we in Cambridge have been through many ups and downs, as His Grace Kripamoya Prabhu has witnessed and always has guided us. But Marianne has been like a pillar, a rock to the Sangha, really. So thank you so much, Marianne. We really appreciate everything you do for us in Cambridge. Thank you so much. And today I wish you all the very best. I pray at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and His Grace Kripamoya Prabhu that he bless us all. He blesses you to serve him and Srila Prabhupada, and blesses us so we serve you. Thank you. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, I'll just speak something about Shen. Kishori mentioned how it takes gallons of blood to cultivate a devotee. I can happily say that Shen took no blood. It was, she was always a natural. It may not look like that looking at me, but there's other people. It's not Shen. So Shen always was a natural. Shen comes from a Turkish background. She was always spiritual, and she's always following some form of spirituality. And then she came to Krishna consciousness. She came to our programs, Mind, Body, Soul programs, about 8 years ago. And she used to come on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday she would be here without fail. She loves Kirtan. And every time, because one of my roles is to organize Kirtan and different Saturday programs and for new Western people. So whenever I would organize Soul Expressions, which was like the Kirtan event, but it would be a little bit late, I would miss a week or something, I would get a text from Shen, when you're organizing your Kirtan program, why are you late? Why are you spacing out? And she was always on my case, and she'd be like, we haven't had a Soul Expressions in 2 months, what's going on? Can you organize a Kirtan? So she loves Kirtan, she's always there for Kirtan. She loves reading as well. So once she came to me just, I think it was before COVID, just before COVID, and she came to me and she goes, does someone have a Chaitanya Charitamrita I could read? I'm very interested. And I'm like, Shen, usually the way it works is you read the Bhagavad Gita, then you read the Bhagavatam, and then you get to Chaitanya Charitamrita. And she goes, yeah, I already finished those. So she's already finished that and a lot of other books. And so somehow somebody had come to me just the other day, they had a Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I gave it to her, and she's read the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita as well. She's an avid reader. She's very well versed in Vedic scripture. She's read a lot of books. It's interesting because in our movement, sometimes you ask, who's read the Bhagavatam? A lot of people have read the Bhagavatam, but not everybody has read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, but she's very much into reading, so she loves that. She loves service. She's here every Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, and she's serving in Prabhupada's room without fail. She also comes and helps out with other things and our events and stuff like that. And over the last 8 years, she's been very steady. She's very good-natured. I've never in these years ever heard Shen criticize anybody. I've never seen her annoyed or angry or anything. She's always humble and happy to serve, and she's always willing to come and help out. So thank you, Shen, so much for giving us your association. I'm very glad and happy for you to take this next step forward. So please, everybody can encourage her, give her your blessings, and all the other candidates, Suzanne as well, and Marianne. So please give a big Haribol for Shen and Suzanne and Marianne. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, I just wanted to say something about Marianne. We were in Cambridge yesterday, where she lives, and we went to the Strawberry Fair on Harinam. And as we're leaving Cambridge, I just looked out the car window and I saw Radhika flowers. Big shop. It's the first time I'd passed it by. So Marianne's been running a flower shop in Cambridge for a long, long time. And it's called Radhika. Doesn't even say flowers, it just says Radhika. So everyone who sees that in Cambridge, they get spiritual benefit. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Is it time for them to come up and read the prayers and sit down?
Yeah.
Okay. So we would like the three candidates to come up one by one, maybe, and I have some prayers here which they're going to read out. So if first of all we can have Marianne, you're okay to come up, and I'll just show you. You just read it out, and then you can go and take a seat. It's okay. It's in English. It's just. So if you just.
All these three devotees have also impressed me very much with the service attitude, the purity, the dedication. And I'm very happy to be here this morning.
Now, fully desiring release from material life, I offer my respectful obeisances unto that Supreme Person, who is the creator of the universe, who is himself the form of the universe, and who is nonetheless transcendental to this cosmic manifestation. He is the supreme knower of everything in this world, the soul of the universe. He is the unborn, supremely situated Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. O Lord, be pleased with me. I am suffering from the miseries of birth.
Thank you.
You can go take a seat. Shen, do you want to come over? So, just going to read that. To where? Yeah.
To where?
Shen, yeah, don't read that. Leave that for Suzanne. Start from here.
Yeah.
And read till there. One paragraph. Yeah, start from here.
O Lord, be pleased with me. I am suffering from the miseries of birth and death inflicted on me due to my aversion to you. I now surrender to you. Please protect me, for in great fear I have taken shelter of you.
Thank you. You can go and see. Suzanne, do you want to come up?
I am not steadfast in righteousness. I do not know my soul. I have no devotion to your lotus feet. I have nothing and have no other refuge. For protection, I take refuge at your feet. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Take a seat.
Not so long ago, I performed the wedding ceremony for Adam and Suzanne. So I said during the wedding ceremony that nothing should separate them. So let me not be the one that separates them. They should be together. Adam won't be taking initiation on this occasion. But if you raise your right hand and look at him, we say, Om, Adam, Mangalani, Bhavantu. Yeah, I think we'll do Ajman first. Okay. Can we have the assistants who are going to do the neck beads? We have something else for you to do. 3 assistants were going to come. You should know who you are. Oh, yeah. I'll take 2. No problem. The first thing we do is called Achaman. Achaman is the taking of water in your right hand. If the assistants would like to help them, that will make it easier. Yeah. So you take the Achman cup, Radha Govinda, give the Achman cup to the assistants. That's it. And if you hold your right hand out like this, flat, and so the water doesn't drip off. And looking at the water in your hand, you say, Om Keshavaya Namaha. Now sip it in the cleft of your hand. Then wash your hand. Another 3 drops. Look at the water and say, Om Narayanaya Namaha. And sip. And wash. And look at the water. And repeat the mantra. Om Madhavaya Namaha. And wash. Okay, very good. And then stand behind your candidates. So I'd like all of you to join in with me in what Prabhupada called the Purification mantra. And it goes like this. Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarva Vastam Gato Piva Ya Smaret Pundari Aksham Sava Hya Bhyantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. This mantra, Prabhupada would often give an entire class just based on the words of this mantra. Om is a form of address to the Supreme Lord. Apavitra means unclean. Pavitra means clean. Apavitra means unpure, impure, unpurified. Pavitra means pure, purified, free from those things that distract you. In yoga, the practice of yoga, particularly bhakti yoga, there's 2 things happening. One is known as samavesha. Samavesha means to enter into your identity as being a servant of Krishna. That can happen with the chanting of the Mahamantra. We enter into the sound of the mantra, so much so that we become absorbed, samavesh. The other thing is vikshepa, which means distraction. You try to meditate and you're distracted. So this process is where we try to become absorbed and we try not to become distracted. So apavitra, pavitro, as we become absorbed, we become purified. Apavitra, pavitrava, sarvavastam gadobiva. In any situation in life, from now on, yasmaret pundarikaksham. Pundarik means lotus, and aksham means eyes. By remembering the one who has eyes like a lotus, we can be free from fear, free from impurities, free from trouble. This is the meaning of this mantra. So, in honor of Srila Prabhupada, who gave us all this process, he is the guru, the teacher of the entire tradition. I'm going to say a prayer. I'd like you to listen very carefully. This was written some hundreds of years ago, but it's a wonderful prayer to recite. Dear Srila Prabhupada, O Venerable Vaishnava, devotee of Krishna, O Ocean of Mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet. Teach me to control my 6 passions, rectify my 6 faults, bestow upon me the 6 qualities, and offer unto me the 6 kinds of holy association. I do not find the strength to carry on alone the Sankirtan of the holy name of Hari. Please bless me by giving me just 1 drop of faith with which to obtain the great treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, Krishna is yours. You have the power to give him to me. I am simply your servant, running behind you, shouting, Krishna, Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So if the candidates would like to put on their neck beads, and if we can all join together in the prayer, Vrinda Devi prayer. Vrindaye Tulasi Devyaye Priyaye Kashavasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavatya Namo Namah. Vrindaye Tulasi Devyaye Priyaye Kashavasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavatya Namo Namah. Om Vrindaye Tulasi Devyaye Priyaye Kashavasya Cha Vishnu Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavatya Namo Namah. Namo Narayani, Namo Narayani, Namo Narayani, Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyasi, Namo Namah, Namo Narayani, Vrinde Maharani, Namo Namah. Beautiful. So, tradition is that the candidates will come up and make their vows, and at the conclusion of their vows, I offer them a name which they may use as a servant of Krishna. Now, names are very important. They're what you carry through life, and I have tried to select a name which I think reflects the character of the individual, their service, their qualities. But I've also selected names on the following principle. All names given during initiation ceremony are either names of Krishna, Vishnu, Narayan, or his incarnations, or Lakshmi, or Srimati Radharani. So all these are names. Sometimes names given by Srila Prabhupada were qualities like steadfastness, perseverance, courage. But when you hear a name that's a quality, you should understand that this quality is possessed to the ultimate degree in Krishna or Srimati Radharani. So all names are of Krishna or Srimati Radharani, even though they may sound different. Similarly, Krishna incarnates in this world in many different incarnations. Lakshmi, or expansion of Sri Radha, expands in this world in many different incarnations, along with the Vishnu expansions. So all names are descendant from this. So in the same way, we may have a name of one of the innermost associates of Krishna, which is simultaneously the name of a quality which is dear to Krishna, which is simultaneously the appearance of Krishna or Radha within this world. So in this way, a disciple can meditate on 3 levels on their name, and as they progress in spiritual life, they can move in the direction in which the Lord is calling them. So I'm going to change my position. So getting ready now. So, did you rehearse? I'm going to ask you a question. Is that all right, everyone? Okay. You raise your hands one more time. And you look at them and you say, Om. Suzanne. Mangalani. Bhavantu. Om. Shen. Mangalani. Bhavantu. Om. Marianne. Mangalani. Bhavantu. For many of you, that will be the last time you address them as such names, excepting family members who can call them what they like. All right, let me change. So have you told them how to bow down? Yeah. Okay, good. My holy total. Good. Let us have, I think we will have Suzanne first. Let's have Suzanne. If they're nervous, we should bring them up first. So let's get Suzanne up first. Oh, sorry, the mic is switched on. Good. Right. Suzanne, may we have you, Suzanne? Doing very well. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
So, good morning.
Good morning.
Suzanne, what are the 4 regulated principles?
No eating meat, fish or eggs, no intoxicants, no gambling and no illicit sex.
And how many rounds per day?
A minimum of 16 rounds every day for the rest of my life.
Thank you. Most important part. Well, the name given to you will give you good fortune for the rest of your life. It's a name which will resonate good fortune into your life. It's a name of a woman who was married to a martial arts expert, which will help you stay married to the martial arts expert. And this martial arts expert was so confidential with Krishna that Krishna spoke the holy Bhagavad Gita to him. So from this day forward, I'm very pleased to accept you on behalf of Srila Prabhupada as a disciple and a member of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, and I'm very happy to give you the name Subhadra.
A great Subhadra Devi Dasi ki jai.
Oh yes, if you want to cheer or something else like that, Subhadra Devi Dasi.
A great Subhadra Devi Dasi ki
Yes.
jai.
You have Shen.
Shen.
Shen. You all right?
Right, no.
I'll ask you the question. How many rounds would you like to chant every day?
16 rounds minimum per day, forever.
And how much reading would you like to do?
Sorry?
How much reading would you like to do?
Readings?
Reading.
Reading.
Would you like to read forever?
Yes.
Okay. And what are the regulative principles?
Okay. No meat eating, including chicken, fish, and eggs. No chicken. No intoxication. No illicit sex. And no gambling.
Thank you. Very important. So, the name that I chose for you is a great queen who was married to Krishna, and the name means she who is always shining with truth. So in your life, always hear the truth and always speak the truth, and you'll be very, very successful. This name is also connected with a woman who was also a martial arts expert. So much so that Krishna depended on her for killing one demon. So in your life, I would like you to be very brave and courageous and expert at removing the demons of doubt and all the different obstacles in your life. Okay? So on this day, I'm very happy to accept you as a disciple, a grand disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and a member of the Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. And I hope that you will prosper in your life and help others to learn about this wonderful thing that you've learned about. So now in front of everybody, I would like to give you the name. I'm trying to remember. We had a Rolodex full of names. I wanted to give you a good one. Satyabhama Devi Dasi.
Hadray Satyabhama Devi Dasi ki.
What about martial arts, isn't it, Adam? You see, when you have women as disciples, it's very important to give them strong names, because in Kali Yuga, women need to be powerful. As the men become weaker, the women must become stronger. And in this Krishna consciousness movement, we need many, many thousands of strong women, because it's a great burden to push on this movement. And at least half, if not 65 or 70%, is taken by women. So although for our young men who are practicing celibacy, they never get to even see women or even look at their faces or even know that they exist, it is nevertheless very important for women to be the very strong backbone of this Krishna consciousness movement. And I just thought I would tell you that. In my life, I wouldn't be sitting here without my wife, Guru Charana Padma, who's been my faithful companion for 42 years. Without her, I'd just be an angry brahmachari. Hare Krishna. Thank you. And Marianne. Of flowers. So there have been times in my life over the last 30 years that I've known Marianne that I wondered whether this day would ever come. There have been days when she thought, will this day ever come? But I'm very delighted to be here today, and I'm very delighted that you're here today, Marianne. And I'm very happy that all of you in Cambridge and in other places have helped Marianne to come to this decision. It's never an easy decision to come to. It takes a lot of consideration, and it takes a lot of self-confidence. Sometimes because we're lacking in self-confidence, we depend on the confidence-giving principle from other people. And so all of you who have contributed to Marianne's life in different ways over the years, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and it's because of you that she's here today. So Marianne, I'm afraid there's no special deal in the number of rounds. How many rounds would you promise to chant?
Minimum of 16 rounds every day.
Thank you. For how long?
The rest of my life.
For the rest of your life. Thank you. Give her a round of applause, please. And how many principles?
4.
4, yes. It's the same in Cambridge as it is in London. You get 4 regulated principles. Actually, there's a 5th regulated principle. The 5th regulated principle, Srila Prabhupada explains in the first canto of the Bhagavatam, is be careful where you spend money. This is what he told to Kali. Kali could reside only in the places where gambling, intoxication, illicit sex, and meat eating were going on. He said, wherever there is gold, there is the hoarding of gold, there is likely to be these things going on at the same time. So we have to be very careful what we do with our wealth. So is wealth a problem for you? Oh. So what are the regulated principles?
No eating meat, fish or eggs, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex.
Thank you very much. And to the candidates, I've explained at length in our mentorship sessions what these are. Now, for you, I could have had a nice name which was about flowers. I was thinking of the name Malika, but then I thought that means jasmine, and there's already one jasmine in the family. There can't be 2. But then I thought deeper. I thought, what is Marianne's particular quality? This lady that you see today, she's been to more Hare Krishna programs, events, festivals, meetings than all of us have had hot dinners. She's the very incarnation of home programs. She's been to, I think, different incarnations in Cambridge, isn't there? The Namahata, the Bhaktivedanta Sangha in Cambridge has had many incarnations over 30 years. Marianne's attended all of them very faithfully. The very first home program was in the home of Srivas Thakur, and his wife was very helpful, and therefore, because the name is connected to the gopis who pick flowers to offer to the feet of Radha and Krishna and make garlands for Radha and Krishna, her name is that name. So by extension, you have 3 levels of pastimes to meditate on. So the name I chose for you is Malini Thakurani Devidasi.
Our Grace Malini Thakurani Devidasi ki.
Oh, what a relief. It's a relief if they don't mind their name. Thank you very much. So, I'd like to request our Brahmins to please come. Those of you who are here, you can either stay to the end, or you can, now as a fire sacrifice. The exciting bits are over.
You can stay. There will be breakfast at some point, but we're also saving some breakfast for those of you staying for the ceremony, so it'll also be available after the ceremony if you'd like to stay.
And I would like the God brothers, please, of our candidates, the God brothers, the God sisters, and the mentorship group members to please come on stage. You should remove your shirt. Yeah. Oh. Rishi, could you bring a chair? Yeah. Devi, can you come? Adam, how's your knees? You okay? You okay? Your name? Yeah, anyway. Yeah. So Radha Govind, who's doing the Kumbha Puja? You're doing the Kumbha Puja? He's showing you how to do it. So you with her. Just look confident. Huh? Yeah, that's Ganga Devi. Oh, she's over there. Okay. Oh, yeah, good. Good. Om yang brahma vrandavaro varandi pare pradanam purusham dharanye vishvodgire karanam ishwarang va tasmai namo vignavanashaya. Om tad vishnu brahmam vadam sada pashanti surayo devivachakshuraditam tad vipraso vivannivo jagrivangsa samindade vishnu yat paramam param. If you take the kusha straws, that's it. Touch it up. Om Madhavo Madhavo Vachi Madhavo Madhavo Riri Smaranti Sarvak Sarvaya Sarvakari Shumadhavam. Om Krishna Vai Sachitananda Gana Krishna Aripurusha Krishna Purushottama Krishna Ha Ukarmari Mulam Krishna Saha Sarvaigarya Krishna Kasham Kririsha Mukhaprabhu Pujaha Krishna Nadista Smarajandantarvaye Yan Mangalam Dallabhade Kriti. And all together we say Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Vishwakshena Vahyami, Stavayami, Prabho Kripa, Swagatam Guru. Thank you. And ring the bell. Om Swasti Swasti Mangalaya Keshumahan Shri Krishna Sachidananda Gana Sarveshwareshwaro Dadatu. Okay. And you can put the, if you put the red strings, that's it. Okay, lovely. And a little teapot there. Okay, just pour at the base. Etat padyamon vishakshena namo, and on top. Idam argyamon vishakshena namo. Idamachmanimon vishakshena namo. Esha marvargamon vishakshena namo. Idam purnamachmanimon vishakshena namo. Okay. And then we go to agarbati, incense. Om Swastino Govinda, Swastino Tudanando, Swastino Vasudevo Vishnu Dhanatu, Swastino Narayano Narovai, Swastina Padmanabha Purushotamo Dhanatu, Swastino Vishwaksheno Vishweshwara, Swastino Rishikesha Hariya Dhanatu, Swastino Vainate Hari, Swastino Anjana Suto Nora Bhagavato Dhanatu, Swasti Swasti Sumangalai, Kesho Mahan Shri Krishna Satchit Anandagana Sarveshwareshwaro Dadatu. Good. Drop it in the fire, that's it. Okay. Do you fancy its chances with the conch? No? Shadipa Om Vishwakshena Namo Namo Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vishishyate Ishavasyamidam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagacham Jagada Tena Jaktena Punjidhama Gridha Kasya Siddhanam Tare Jati Tannai Jati Taddure Tadvantige Tarantarasya Sarvasya Taru Sarvasya Sivayataha. The flower. Vedam Pushpam Om Vishwakshena Namo Namah. Good. Some camphor on a piece of wood. Om Nirasta Parvasu, Om Nirasta Parvasu, Om Nirasta Parvasu. If you go around the top, that's it. Om Agni Mile Parohidam Yagyasya Devam Ritvijam Hotaram Ratnadatamam Om Ishetor Jetvaya Vastapaya Vastadeva Sheshtatamaya Karmane Hari Om Agnaya Vitaye Grinano Havyadadaye Nyoda Satsi Varishi Hari Om Om Shanor Devish Vistasya Apapavantu Pitaye Shamyor Arisarantu Naha Hari Om Om Bhur Svaha Idam Vishnavedam Namama Om Sva Sva Om Bhuva Svaha Idam Ananda Idam Namama Om Swa Swaha Idam Narayanaya Idam Namama Om Bhurvuvasvaha. Idam Achyutaya idam namama. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. To all the candidates, if you take your, every time you take a pinch, just as we don't touch the beads with our pointy finger here, we take the grains in our hand like this, like a baby deer, like a baby deer's head, and we will put them into the fire, along with Adam, thank you. Just give Adam a little achman on his fingers just to rinse. That's it. And the rest of you, please, if you would kindly join in the mantras. We're going to do the mantras to the Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Vaishnava Sampradaya. Vandeham. Okay, let's get you started. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Before you throw anything, if you take a square piece of camphor, crush it into a powder. Crush it first into powder. Has to be the square piece because the others, that's it. Sprinkle it like salt. Okay. Now do it again, this time as powder. Govinda, how's your fingers? Maybe in the bottom of the container there should be some powder. We like to keep the flames of the fire moderate because of the decor, but big enough to take your enthusiastic grain throwing. That's lovely. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Swaha. That's it. Let's do it 3 times. Swaha, Swaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. Now we have obeisances to His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, whose 150th year it is this year, and in whose light and love everything that we do here today is being conducted. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Swaha Shri Varshavanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Swaha Madhurya Ujjvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Swaha. So, now if you take some of the bigger samit. Samit means firewood that the disciple has picked up. Did the disciples pick up this wood? Wonderful. So you all brought your own wood. That's how desperate we are. Bring your own wood. So now take a log. That's it, put it at the base. Put another log. So it'll catch fire. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the aim is to be burning some of the big stuff by the time we get to the end. That's lovely. Lovely. Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Swaha. Today we're also burning some tulsi wood from the tulsi bush, which has been contributed by Sachi Indira and Jagannath Ballabha from Welling Garden City, here today, spurring us all on, a major part of our mentorship group. We now come to Gora Kishore Das Babaji, who was the incarnation, if you like, of Vairagya, or detachment. It is helpful in spiritual life to have two principles. One is detachment, and one is knowing how to work within the world as if not detached, but to be detached. Namo Gaura Kishoraya Shakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padambojaya Te Namaha Swaha. We come to Bhaktivedanta Thakur, who is said to be the great-grandfather of the Sankirtan mission to spread Krishna consciousness. It was him who started all the different groups, giving us the word Namahata, the marketplace of the holy name of Krishna. He longed for the day when people of white skin would sing the names Jai Sachinandan, Jai Sachinandan, and Hare Krishna. And we hope that this offering today of ourselves on the path of Krishna consciousness is an offering to him. Namo Bhaktivinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarubaya Rupanuga Brayate Swaha. great mystic yogi and Vaishnava who lived some of the time in Vrindavan and some of the time in Mayapur, was named Jagannath Das Babaji. And he is the next back in the line. Gaura Virbhava Bhumes Tvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Swaha. Wonderful. We offer our obeisances to all Vaishnavas apparently living or beyond our vision for everything that they've given us. We are simply empty baskets begging for their mercy. Empty baskets to be filled with the mercy of those who've gone before us and those who live alongside us. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah swaha swaha swaha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the root of the tree of the community of Vaishnavas. Everything is coming from his infinite compassion, for he is Krishna, who has been combined with the color and mood of Srimati Radharani. And so, united in that form, he gives the Yuga Dharma, which is a manifestation of God's compassion for all of God's creatures. Namo Maha Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha Swaha. Do you want to do the next few? My voice is gone. The next few verses will be done by my wife, Guru Chanapadma. If someone could just come and... Oh, we swap over, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, okay. And if we could have the handheld...
Here, it's right here.
Working.
Panchatatvamakam
Panchatatvatmakam
Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhaktashaktikam. Hey Krishna. Oh, sorry. Swaha. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dinabandhu, Jagapate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta, Namostute, Swaha, Jayatam, Surato Pangor, Mama Manda, Matergati, Matsarvasya, Padambojo, Radha Madana, Mohano, Swaha,
Swaha.
Divya Vrindaranya, Kalpa Drumada, Srimad Ratnakara Singhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prestalibi Sevyamano Smarami Swaha Shriman Rasa Rasarambi Vamsivata Tatastitaha Karshan Venu Swaner Gopir Gopinata Shriyestunaha Swaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Stute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha. Do the quick ones.
Oh, I see. Yes. Now a few more. Thank you very much. 4 quick ones now we'll do. Om Bhur Swaha Idam Vishnuvedam Namama Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Anantaya Idam Namama Om Swaha Swaha Idam Narayana Idam Namama Om Bhur Swaha Swaha Idam Achyuta Idam Namama Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Swaha. Good. A few verses of Purusha Suktam. Om Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapada Savamim Vishvato Bratva Atyadishtadda Shangulam Swaha. Purusha evedagam sarvam yadbhutam yadshibhavyam utamratatvasye yadannena tirohati Swaha. Etavanasya mahimato jayagangsya purushaha parusya vishvabhutani tripadasya amritam devi
Swaha.
Tripad urdva udait purushaha parosyeha bhavat punaha tato vishva jagramara Sashanana Shaneyabhi
Swaha.
Tasmad Virada Jayata Virajwari Purusha Sujato Chata Paschat Bhumimato Paraha
Swaha.
Yat Purushena Havisha Deva Yagyam Matanvata Vasanto Asisirajam Krishna Idma Shadadavihi
Swaha.
Saptasya Sanvaridaya Tri Sapta Samita Kritaha Deva Yagyam Tanvana Abadnan Purusham Pashumma
Swaha.
Tam yagyam barishi prokshan purusham jatamagrata tena deva yajanta sadya rishayaschaye
Swaha.
Tasmad yagyat sarvahuta samritam vrishadajam pashagam styagascha krevya vyanaranyam gramyaschaye
Swaha.
Tasmad yagyat sarvahuta richa samani jaggire chandagam si jaggire tasmaad Yajustasmara Jayata
Swaha.
Tasmara Ashva Jayata Yeke Chupayadataha Kavaha Jabgire Tasma Jagya Ajavaya
Swaha.
Yat Purusham Yarado Katita Vyakalvayan Mukam Kimasya Kaubahu Kavuru Padavu Chete
Swaha.
Paramanasya Makama Sidbahu Rajanya Kritaha Vruddharasya Yadvaisha Padbhyagam Shudro Jayata
Swaha.
Chandrama Manaso Jata Chaksho Suryo Jayata Mukandridnashchagnischa pranadvayurjayadaha
Swaha.
Navya asidantariksham shirshno jo samaparatata Padbyam bhumidisha srotra tataloka kalpayanna
Swaha.
Vidahametam purusham mahantam adityavaranam tamasastubhare Sarvani rupani vichintyatiraha Namani kritva vivadanyadaste
Swaha.
Data parastadi mutajahara Shakra parvidvan Pratijascha satasraha Tamevam vidvan amrita iha bhavati Nanya panda ayanaya vidyate
Swaha.
Yagena yagyam ayajantadevaha Tani dharmani pratamani asan Teyanakam mahimana sanchante yatra purve sadhya Sandhi devaha
Swaha.
Om Shanti 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 Namo Brahmanya Devaya Govardhanataja Jagadadaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah
Swaha.
Okay, so can each candidate be helped up by their assistant? Just in case your knees have locked. Unless you can make it up by yourself. You okay? Adam, if you stand as well. And we take our hands like this. Okay. You help them to put them. You put, that's it. Give your beads to someone trustworthy. If you put your hands together like this, and if you're married, if you put your hands inside your husband's hands like that. And can you put a banana in each hand, please? That's it. And then pour the remainder of the grains on top of the banana into the hand. Just one banana for the married couple. That's it. Can't have too much of a good thing. And if you could take the grains, if you take Subhaja's grains. That's right. That's it. Depends how much they've got left. Yeah, enough. Maybe we can leave some for the God brothers and God sisters. That's it. That's it, wonderful. And those of you who want to give your good wishes to these candidates who you have just witnessed take initiation, please come to the front. We're going to give you some grains and you can make your own wishes into the fire. Adi Guru, if you can give everybody a little splash of water. So, Vaishnavas, please. We recite this. So this is Malini Thakurani. Our minds are fog. Subhadra and Satyabhama. If you would recite after me, please. Nama Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagad Ditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. And can I ask Marianne's family members to come on stage, please? That's it. All of you. All of you. You know the kids wanted to anyway. So. Okay. So if you get a little bit closer, this side, that's right. Good. And can I have Suzanne's family? You come. Okay. If you fill up the space, just fill up the space here if you like. That's it. You come here. If you could just come here in front of me. Yeah. Now what we're aiming to do is get those grains into the fire. Everybody got some grains in their hand? Okay. So you're number 2. Number 1 is the candidates here. Okay. So we go Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagad Ditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. And candidates, if you'd put your fruit and grains into the fire, please. Best to put the bananas around the edges, because they do make it smoke. That's it. That's it. Don't fall into the fire. We don't want to sacrifice any humans. That's it, thank you. Swaha. Next, Satyabhama. Ooh, I like saying that name already. That's it. That's it. Just make sure it's touching the fire. And Malini Thakurani. Swaha. Wonderful. Wonderful. Get that fire going. And now the family members, please. Looking at your relative or friend or auntie or grandma even. Are you a grandma? Are you a grandma? Grandma. Granny. What's Granny doing? What, she got herself mixed up in? Who knew? Where did you go on Sunday morning, kids? Oh, Granny, we set fire to Granny. So we say, Vancha, Kalpa, Tarubhyascha, Kripa, Sindhu, Vyaevacha, Patitanam, Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo, Namaha. This time just the family members, please. We say Swaha, and we try and get all those little bits that you've got in your hand into the fire. There's lots of grown-ups, but you can throw things across the room. Okay? We say Swaha. Wow, fantastic. Big round of applause for the family members. Wonderful. And Vaishnavas, please, those of you who are long in the tooth and those of you who know what a easy path these three have just signed up for, we wish them all the best. We say, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhyevacha, Patitanam Bhavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. And for Malini Thakurani, for Satyabhama and Subhadra, we offer this as a protective blessing unto the Lord by saying, Swaha. Okay. And Devi, if you come. Now, one of the benefits, disciples, hello disciples. You don't have to go yet. One of the benefits of having a married guru is you get two for the price of one. So we're now going to make our offerings. And if the Kirtanias, the Cambridge Kirtanias could make their way to the stage. No, in front of the stage.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Swaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
As the new disciples come round, reach into your pocket, give them a few coins in their saris.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
You're doing your other work.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,